Alright, this is the story of how I was a private. I rode in a helicopter with a few commanders and brigadiers and stuff, and then he broke his GPS, so we got shot down by this big old truck thing, and then we had to parachute out. I sprayed and prayed like a priest with a fire hose, and then I threw a grenade that looked like an apple sign. I don't know, I just picked it up off the ground. And then it ended up blowing a car up, and then I just straight slapped the terrorist right across the face. He was infected with some AIDS, and then, you know, I kind of knifed a few guys like that, yeah. And then this old man liked this dude, but I cursed on both of them, man. That was straight nasty. And then I met a gorilla, which was a black guy, and I put on my wrestler mask, and I straight owned him. That's the X-ray of some dude, I don't even know how. And then I became Mario, and I gave some advice to this dude saying, don't drop the soap. And then I freaking became rich off that. Then I threw a ninja star at a freaking dog, and then I shot lasers out my freaking finger. But then I met this hot chick, and I don't even know what her name was. She just started sucking on it like a pacifier. I was like, wow, you're like an El Tigre going on here. And then the cell bomber came in the cock block. Next thing I know, she's sitting there with 420, and then she dies on me. She dies on me. So I pick up a magic 8-ball, ask if I'll ever get love again. Said, yeah, from this town. And then, oh my god, then I get epic going, like this explosion in the background. Call in the nuke thingy. I became a pirate. I look like this, and when I wake up in the morning, God knows what that's going to happen. I played a little bit of tic-tac-toe with the old man that I curve stomped earlier. And then I became a bomb and blew up. Next thing you know, I blew up that weird-looking soul dude and called in another nuke with this thingy. Yes, that thingy. And then, last thing you know, we all got AIDS.
Alright, start the next story on the titles.
Alright. This is how I became from a fucking new guy to Modern Warfare 2 players, hanging out with the commanders, and then I met this chick, and the first word she said was, tango down. I didn't know what that meant. And then she started getting closer, like, boom, headshot. I started getting, and she's like, yeah, my vagina's outside. I was like, oh my god, how old are you? And she told me 30-something. I was like, wow, this is getting weird. Can we be friends with benefits? She's like, no, I'm a martyr till I die. Today I die. I said, how the... And then she's like, NoobTuber. I was like, what? She's like, you just got schooled. I was like, how? She's like, think fast. And I was like, wait, what are you talking about? She's like, give me a 1-inch punch. And I was like, wait. She's like, I was like, are you going where I think you're going? She's like, think fast. I was like, okay, I'm straight up. She said, think fast. I was like, why? STDs!